because I know that no matter how challenging everything is getting, we have these spaces that we have co-created that allow us to flow with each other, to lift each other up, to be aware of what's happening, and to do so in a way that's culturally responsive. So I appreciate all of y'all. Today's moment of gratitude is from a voice that we're actually going to hear on Thursday as well. We're going to be having a deep dive conversation about the nature of boycotts, right? When they're driven by racial animus. We're going to have a conversation about FUBU February, where we are going to I don't care, I don't know what boycotting conversations are happening. We're going to pull in L. Joy Williams to help with that. She just put out an amazing article about boycotts that basically says it takes more than a flyer, friends. Boycott, you're going to need more than a flyer. You're going to need more than a Canva membership to successfully plan a boycott. In fact, the title for the article is literally that: boycotts require more than a flyer. And you can see that on ljoywilliams.com, where she put out those good words. But we're going to talk about all of those things on Thursday. And you're going to hear a lot from Tabitha Brown on Thursday. We're going to use the video that she'd sent to her members or to her followers about the nature of proposed boycotts, right? But you're going to hear her voice today for the moment of gratitude. Coincidentally, we didn't plan it this way. It's just how it happened. But one of the things that we have come to appreciate about Tabitha Brown is that she reminds us of good old folk wisdom, right? Things that we just should be mindful of, things that we kind of know intuitively, but it's when somebody say it in that way, looking you dead in your eye, sounding like your auntie, that you like, you right. You're right, auntie. And today I want you to listen to what she's talking about and think about it, not just for your personal growth and expansion, but think about it on the level of us as a people, right? Because we do both and here. It's not just the individual, we are the collective. And so we have to think in both and. I want you all to listen to this clip where Tabitha Brown is talking about the importance of completion. The importance of completion. Let's take a listen, and then we're going to talk about it on the other side.
Finish what you started. Finish what you started. Okay? I know it's getting tough. You're tired. It feels impossible. It's getting harder. But finish what you started. Don't forget why you even started in the first place. But you must finish what you started.
Finish what you started, individual. Finish what you started, collective. Whatever it was that compelled you to take the first tentative steps towards that thing, finish the steps. Walk towards the steps. I remember a friend of ours, Pierre, dynamic brother, just dynamic brother. He talks about, he gives this example when he provides professional development, and he talks about the fact that the only reason I can speak English today is because I learned how to speak English as a kid. Like the only reason I can walk fluently today is because I took my first physical steps as a kid. I learned a thing and I had to practice building on a thing. And then once I was able to successfully build on the thing, then I could master the thing. I could finish the thing, right? So many of us take the first tentative steps towards a thing and then we stumble. And then that's the last step that we take, is the stumble. Now, which is interesting because we done already talked about the fact that failure is a requirement for success, right? So that stumble, maybe that was a failure, but that failure was necessary for success. But so many of us allow the failure to be the end point, as opposed to realizing, yes, I took a few tentative steps forward. Maybe because I'm in my toddler stage, I took a few tentative steps in going side to side. I didn't even advance forward in any direction. And then I stumbled. But I'm going to finish what I start. I'm going to perfect walking. I'm going to perfect learning the thing. I'm going to finish the thing. That's true for us as individuals. It is also true for us as a collective. A lot of us are part of a tradition where we started a thing. We started a march towards freedom, started a march towards enhancement and expansion. And then we stumbled up and we didn't finish the thing. Some of us got distracted by getting fancy job opportunities. Others of us got distracted by the lure of the resources that had previously been forbidden from us. And we didn't finish the thing. The thing was the freedom for all of us. It wasn't for us to get for some of us to get an individual betterment. Right? We got to finish the thing. Whether it's as an individual, whether it is as a collective, we have to learn to finish the thing. Some of us, the thing is the healing that we deserve as an individual or as a collective. And if you don't finish the healing, it doesn't just you don't just continue to heal in the absence of effort. The disease or the trauma will continue to grow or have impact in the absence of the effort to heal. The disease is self-perpetuating. Healing is not. It requires work. And if you don't take the steps towards the work and you stumble and you lay to the side and you just don't keep moving forward, you got to finish the thing. You got to finish the thing. And so I just want to encourage you today, this morning, if it's a personal goal that you have, that you've been working on, that you can't quite figure out, if it's something that you and your family have to, some generational curse that you got to break, or some generational blessing that you have to access, finish the thing. When my son, I'll never forget my son taking his first few steps. It's weird, the things that you remember and the things that you don't, right? Like when you're a new mom, you say you're going to remember all the things all the time. And some things I just don't remember. But this I remember, sitting down in the living room area, the family room area, and there was a toy that was new for him. It was a few feet away from him. And next thing I know, this boy done toddled, pulled himself up and took like 4 or 5 steps forward, fell down, looked back at me. I cheered and applauded, and he got up and did the thing. Now, had he sat down, looked back at me, and I said, oh, you stumbled. Oh, you little 9-month-old, you 10-month-old, oh, you stumble. I guess you'll never make it to that toy, boy. You just never gonna get on up and walk again. Mama just gonna hold you forever because you stumble. You know how foolish that would be? And my back would hurt. Holding a big old grown boy. The boy's big now. It's the same thing. Finish the path. Complete the journey. And then you realize that you never complete an actual journey. It's just phases of the journey that we're working towards. But let's finish the things. Finish the goal. Pursue the dream. Pursue it with everything within you. Don't let these people, just because they revive and they old demons, don't mean you don't get to tap into your future angels. Finish the thing. That's for you. That's for me. That's for all of us. Let's finish it together. Let's make freedom real for all of us. Let's make equity real for all of us. Let's make accomplishing our goals and walking in our purpose and aligning our purposes with the needs of our community. Let's make that the thing for all of us. Let's finish. And then we can get on to the next thing, because you're never actually ever really done. My friends, I don't know what it is today that gives you a sense of joy or gratitude or appreciation. But whatever it is, I want you to hold and cherish and nourish it and sprinkle as much of the juicy goodness of it as you possibly can into the lives of other people, because Lord knows we could all use a bit more of it. And that, my friends, is today's moment of gratitude.